Hello guys, DiplexHeated again, and welcome back to Combat Mission Battle for Normandy. Today we are trying out the Kriegsmarine, and in the previous video we were having a look at the Luftwaffe. Unfortunately, we weren't playing with the Luftwaffe Ground Forces as the title suggested. We were playing with the, obviously just basic paratroopers, Fallschirmjäger. It didn't say Fallschirmjäger though when I selected them. I went in, toodly-hoo, Axis Forces, and, picked Fliegerhorst. I thought that was, stuff. But apparently these guys were obviously airborne troopers. Now, if we would have selected Fusilier-Bataillon or Pioneer-Bataillon or Jäger-Bataillon for that matter, or any of the armor available to us for that matter as well, we would probably have seen our blue-dressed lads. They had like a blue uniform with a red collar kind of insignia, I think. Anyway, enough of the Luftwaffe. We'll have to look at those guys some other time. I went back and changed the title to Luftwaffe Green Devils, as they were nicked. Anyway, today we're going to take a look at the Kriegsmarine. So we are going to be playing with naval ground forces or navy ground forces or Kriegsmarine ground forces or whatever you want to call them. And we're going to be going up against the U.S. Army. Now I know that we haven't got any armor, so to, put myself out of the danger zone from going up against a whole armored battalion, we are going to be going up against infantry. So this is going to be an infantry only. Meeting engagement, length of battle 1 hour. Should be cool. Now I'm also going to be selecting the infantry for the US Army, because last time I tried this, just, briefly, they picked like 90% of the funds went to artillery, and that wasn't really fun fighting against. So we are going to be solving that by simply having me selecting a fairly good combat force for them. Now, for the map, nothing too big, nothing too small. Holland, town, bridges, small, meet 052. Objective, town, center. Looks good. We'll be playing against the Axis. Here we go. So here we go with the US Army. We're gonna select their infantry first. I'm just gonna go with an infantry battalion, open this one up, and just remove a few of the companies here. We'll have to go with one company each, I believe. They'll have 235 left. Let me see if I can revive the B company and remove 2 platoons. 3 platoons. There we go. So the B company is just going to be consisting of 1 platoon. Sorted. Good. Okay. Now we'll go to our guys here. We have not a lot to choose from. We've got Schiffsstamm or Marine Schützenbataillon. I'm going to go with the Marine Schützenbataillon. I want some cool looking Marines. That would be really cool. Marine Schützen, Heavy Machine Gun Squad, Light Mortar Team. A bunch of platoons in here. That's really nice. We haven't got like a weapons company. So we've got 3 companies instead here in the center, which is really nice. We have the money left to pick some specialist teams, which I think I'll do. Or I could just go ahead and go with the formation. I'll go with the Schiffsstamm Bataillon. And then just obviously cut this one down quite heavily. We're going to need to cut it down by quite a bit here. So we'll be left with the 4th company and 2 platoons, which should be quite cool. Also, I think we'll afford 1 specialist team that we can stick in here, which would be the LMG 42. Boom. And we're good to go. So after this video, we're going to be playing, or in the next one, should I say, we're going to be playing with the Poles. And they're not going to be in Polish uniform or with Polish weaponry, obviously. They're going to be fighting on behalf of either Britain, the US, or Canada, or something like that. But they are a specific battle group in this game. So you can select them, and they will speak Polish. And they will have, they'll be all Polish, so to speak. And I'll be interested in seeing what they can field. I know for a fact that there were a lot of Polish paratroopers. There were also a lot of Polish pilots. I mean, even in Call of Duty 3, I think you play in the end there as a Polish, what's it called? Tank crew, right? On behalf of Canada, I believe. So yeah, really cool stuff. I'm excited for that. And that battle is going to be kind of fully fledged with armor and all that. I think we're going to be trying to go up against the Waffen SS for that one, so it's going to be kind of a little personal there, huh? Anyway, here we have the Marine Schützen. We are good to go. Look at this. And the map in front of us. Very nice, very nice. Sweet. To Oosterbeek. This is in Holland, I believe. Here's the town center. Lovely. Reminds me of like a map from Company of Heroes. These bridges here, really cool. A lot of them were designed like this. So this is a very iconic design. It's good stuff. And I don't... Let me see here. First battalion. We've got 3 companies, so I'm going to spread ourselves out nicely. We'll need to find the 3rd company somewhere around here. 2nd battalion. 2nd company. 3rd company. Oh. Scheiße. There we go. Move all these guys to the right side over here. There we go. 2nd company is right here in the center. Nice. Lovely, lovely. Put them right there. This is, I believe, the 2nd battalion, the Schiffstamm lads. We'll put them back here in reserve. These guys will be the actual like hardcore reserve, so we won't have to worry about them making any fuzz. There we go. And this is the 1st company, and we'll leave the battalion HQ in the center here. I'll send them up there into that building where they can sit and have some tea. Lovely jubbly. And I will also send these guys in here as well. There we go. I could do a little replacement here of different troops. I think I will go ahead and do this. This is the 1st company HQ. Who are you? Alright, he's the HQ support team for the battalion, so I'll just put him in there right away. I think the other battalion HQ went somewhere else now, just because I clicked there. Where is it? Here it is. Boom. No. Oh, God. No. There we go. So these, I had some jalapeno cheese poppers from America. They're not really that hot, but I don't know. I started like speaking weird when I ate them before. I couldn't like pronounce words correctly, so I was like, like I sounded like I was deaf. Like, no offense to deaf people, if you could hear me, but it sounded like, you know, when they try and talk, it just was a little bit weird. So I stopped eating them, and then yeah, and then I cried myself to bed. No, I just stopped eating them, and now I can speak again. So I'm not sure what went wrong there, but something happened. Anyway, that aside, let's put this HQ in there. This guy's back here will be our reserves. Pretty nice. Got a platoon there or 2. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. This is the 2nd company HQ. I will move this bugger in there. And these lads will be responsible mainly for just securing pretty much everything up there in the center. This is going to be a heated battle, just the way we like it. Heated style, mate. We're going to be running them up there. These machine gun teams will be taking up positions in the area. I think I'll have one here by the building on that side. Can I deselect you? Thank you very much, mate. And then I will have you up here. And our lads on this side, yeah, they will be going up here, and they're going to be setting up back there, so that'll be lovely jubbly. And I'll also take this crew back up here, send them up here, place them back there. MGs on this side, we'll send them up to some good positions up here that where they can kind of perform and cover all our troops. So that's lovely. I'm not going to be overly time efficient and sort of set these guys up in any particular way beforehand. We'll put the HQ in there where they can perform nicely, and I'll also bring up the mortar right here. Yes, lovely job there. And then I will get all the platoons and combat squads up here. It's a lot of guys to pick, so this will be lovely to have. There's a lot of lovely coming out of my mouth right now. I'm not sure what's going on. And I'll click play, and boom! We've got the Kriegsmarine ground forces on the way now. So let me know, guys, in the comment section what the Americans were called, because previously, as we said, the new title of my Luftwaffe ground forces video is Luftwaffe Green Devils, as we were indeed playing with paratroopers and not any blue-dressed ground forces troops there. I knew that even when I made the video, I guess I was just a little too lazy to change the title around. The Brits were called the Red Devils. Now, what were the Americans called? If the paratroopers had any specific name, I would probably have heard. Oh, what the fuck was that? Okay, they've got mortars, even though I'm not pretty sure I didn't specifically select and or give them any mortars, but I guess there could have been some of the battalion mortars that they were given, so to say. Kind of shelling the center, so we might be fine. Oh shit, I'm not. Ugh. A little too close for comfort here. I'm gonna try and leg it. But yeah, I would probably have heard it if I get to hear the kind of nickname, but I just can't remember it in this current moment. Okay, so that was kind of a light barrage. That is, I mean, you saw me select their units. That must have been some sort of battalion mortars. We've got battalion mortars as well, just like the lads down here, these light mortar teams. This is fairly light, so yeah, must have been that. No sort of external artillery. We're taking some casualties here, though. We're getting hit. This platoon will do their own soul a favor and get sent in. I'm just going to quickly go ahead and do this for them straight away now. Just send these guys in to the building here. There we go. These lads here in the center are pretty fine. I think I'm going to send them further up anyway to get them out of the danger zone. There we go. Over on this side, we're pretty fine. Mortars are hitting here in the center, but we've managed to stay away from them. We're crossing a small bridge here on the left side. Very nice. Send these guys up here in the center. We'll have these guys sent up here on the right side, and then we'll have the final platoon meet up here in the center. So we're doing good stuff here. We're getting everything sorted. No contact with the enemy yet. Yet. We're going to also be deploying this machine gun right there. Got the mortar being deployed. So yeah, that is definitely light mortar barrage hitting us right now. I'm going to send one up here on the left flank in case they try and do anything nasty. I'll send one up here in the center. We've got contact. Oh, they're shooting us at us from all the way back there. Oh shit, we took some casualty back here. We're still crossing over. It's quite insane. We've got a lot of troops to play around with here, which is really nice. I'm going to be occupying these buildings up here with the different platoons. The first platoon is going to be moving up here into the center right here, where they're going to be holding up. I'm going to do a quick pause while we're here just to get some of these things sorted. I could have done this in detail earlier on in the battle, but I wanted to get things running before. So I'll just take a minute or two to set these guys out quickly, and then you won't see me pause again. Put these guys at third level here. Put these guys in the building right there. These guys have made it here nicely. Put these guys in sort of a surrounding pattern around here. Lovely job there. Get the HQ in there. There we go. And I think that'll be fine. I can deal with these guys here in person. This place right here is perfect to cover from. So we're going to try and hold this sort of railway junction, or this railroad here. Great stuff. These guys have made it a little bit far up, I would say. So I'm not feeling too good about these guys right now. They are going to be in a bit of a world of hurt, so to speak. They kind of ran ahead of the unit like, hey, let's show them who's the best squad, yay. Actually, fact is, just stay down right here. Getting kind of pinned. Let's just get these guys into the buildings. occupying this nicely. So this is the third platoon that has gotten themselves into a bit of a sticky position, and they've already taken some casualties around here. We've got one guy down here, got two back down here. This squad up here is fine though, but I believe that they've taken their casualties further back here from mortar engagements. Yeah, they are coming at us. They indeed are. Got a lot of companies coming at us from all sides. If we can just hold this down though, we should be fine. Let me get these guys into a good fighting position. I'm going to have one squad try and cross over. It's going to be a bit of a risky operation, but we'll try it out. I'm also going to assign this team to the center here, where we can utilize their combat efficiency. Occupying the sort of train station here would be a preferred thing to do in this current situation. They've got some good buildings here, and a really good high tall building here that can really give a good overwatch of the entire city. Right now we definitely have a lot of troops in the green area, but I fear that they are going to be getting that as well, which is a little worrisome. Platoon HQ is down here. These guys are still covering. They're kind of pinned, but they are in a great position overall. These mortars are not... they are deployed, which is good. So hopefully they'll be zeroing in on some of the enemies in time as well. This machine gun squad has been deployed. I think overall things are looking pretty good in here. But right now we're kind of getting pinned there by the enemy mortar fire. Let's focus on some of the things going down here on the left. I think this is very interesting. Second squad here is going to be trying to cross the bridge. I'm not sure how well that's going to be going for them. So I'm just going to order these guys to pull back as soon as possible, because we were a little too late to the party over on this side. Here come the Americans. Yeah, they went up pretty far. Yeah, pull back, pull back. Zurückgehen! Los geht's! Man, they're getting absolutely owned. We really need to get them back into cover. I was planning to use these guys and cross the bridge with these guys as well. I'm going to have to scrap that plan, put these back in cover back here in the deficit, where they can remain fairly unharmed. So there'll be some sort of secondary reserve right now. We shouldn't really crowd the front line up here too much, because in the end it doesn't come down to the sheer amount of units. It comes down to the positioning. One squad could easily hold off 4 or 5 squads if it just has the right position. So right now we are fairly well covered in this area. We got the main key locations zeroed in and defended. I'm a little worried about this squad, so I think I'm going to try and pull it back under the cover of the other squads up here, if I can actually get them to provide some cover. We're taking a lot of casualties. They're really zeroing in on the guys here by the railroad, so I'm not sure how efficiently we're going to be able to pin the enemy on the other side, but we'll try. You have to try or you won't get anywhere. This squad is still shaken. Won't really let me command it yet, but it should be saved for now. Okay, the American infantry is starting to get up here. We just got the commander there of probably a squad. He was only wielding a Colt 45, so that guy was definitely a senior officer. Oh, yeah. Some of our guys up here surrendered, which is unfortunate. But yeah, they did get a little too far up ahead from the rest of the guys. And the Americans are actually putting our right wing here on a bit of a pullback. We do not want to have any troops along this railway right now. We're just simply getting and receiving too much suppressive fire. So I think it's time we pull in the reserve battalion here. Where is it? 4th Company. This is HQ support team. Just send them in there. Now we're gonna send these guys in here to the right side. So look, this is to Arnhem right here. So you could say that this is... you've seen a bridge too far, right? Where the Americans are advancing towards Arnhem, I believe. Or is it Nijmegen? I think they're advancing to Arnhem. Because that's where the British paratroopers are at. So this could be like a prelude to that battle in that movie. Really cool stuff. Obviously during Operation Market Garden. So we're gonna send these guys up here to the railroad and kind of cover it down like this. Should be enough. Yeah, they're gonna have a good, at least good vision over the advancing American troops here on the side. Yeah, they're really putting a lot of pressure on us right now. I mean, there are a lot of units right here. This is kind of scary. Putting a lot of fire on us as well. Move, 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 let's go, let's go. So yeah, in some cases it's really good to have sort of an overwhelming force though. Positioning won't matter that much if you can really pin the other enemy position down, which they kind of are doing right now, which I'm a little worried about. So we're gonna have to stay cool and stay down over here right now until we can find suitable locations for returning fire. They made us pull out of this building, which is a little unfortunate. I'm gonna try and get back into it. Things are really heating up on the right side now. The 3rd squad that went up here actually pulled back into this building, where they're getting pinned right now quite severely. Now they're gonna pull out. Oh, that was an explosion right there. That must have been our mortar hitting them. Really nice. It could have also been a Panzerfaust, but I'm going to believe that was a mortar. It was a pretty good hit. Could of course also have been a Panzerfaust from this side. I'm gonna put this HQ up in here in the building. So yeah, the 3rd platoon on this side here is not in the best of situations. We're gonna try and still hold this railway. We really need to make a mark here. 1st squad on this right side, the far right side, have taken so many casualties. There are only really less than half of the squad remaining here in combat efficient manner, but I'm not sure how well they're gonna do. Nah, you better just pull back, guys. There's no point in holding back up there. They're actually crossing into us right now. This is gonna get kind of nasty. They are really putting a lot of pressure on us here, so it was probably a really good idea that I pulled in the reinforcements up here. 4th Company, let's go, fall out. So we're sending up the reserves now. Nos, nos, nos. And the Americans, once these guys show up, they're gonna be like, it's a whole other company. Oh, I hope you guys get the reference. Really cool stuff. Well, explosions and everything, they're really putting some heavy fire on here. They probably have some bazooka teams. This is pretty fucking awesome. I don't know what's up, but I just got like tinnitus in my right ear. That's really odd. I wonder if that's a sound effect in the game from like an explosion me being close to, but I'm not sure if a game could really produce a tinnitus kind of sound. They are going, I mean, with sheer force and combat size, they are just really pushing it. They're gonna try and cross this bridge. This is going to get very nasty. There's hundreds of troops right here. And they're occupying the buildings along the beach as well. So there's a really big combat maneuver going on right now. They're putting soldiers on this side as well. They're going to try and combat every single bit of us. And this is going to get very nasty. Very nasty. What the hell is this? Oh, this is... Oh yeah, this is an entire platoon back here that is... they're actually combat fresh. Why have I not noticed these guys before? That's a little worrying. Keep one in the house back here in case we need to pull back. We only have 2 platoons in this one though, so it's not really a super strong fighting force, but it'll have to do. It'll have to do. Got a light machine gun team here that I'm gonna place right up here by the railway. For the railroad. What did I say? Railway. Railway company, railroad company. I don't know what's going on. My stuff there is going down. Who's this guy part of? This guy's part of a team up here. That kind of split up though a bit, so this guy's probably been forced into a retreat. We're gonna send him up there. These are the last remnants of the 3rd platoon here on the right side, which is really completely KIA, if I may put it that way. Oh. Explosions right, left, and center. Could be mortars. Could be bazooka teams as well. Some dangerous stuff here. Gonna put some MG fire on the enemy right there. It's really nice. They're really going in with a lot of guys right now. In the open. They forced us out of this building. They really smoked us out. Oh my god, Lord, they are literally swarming this side. They pushed us out of the buildings. They made us retreat completely. This is crazy. We really gotta hold this flank though. We can't lose this. Man, we're on a full-blown retreat over here. This is not good at all. Gotta make sure we deploy. Get these guns up and deployed as well. Is this a good spot to deploy your weapon? Yeah, if they come across the railroad, they're going to be in a world of hurt if we got a bunch of MG teams deployed here, so I'm not going to say no to that. There we go, put that guy over there. We're getting swarmed on the left flank. I think we got enough combat efficiency and you know, overall strength of troops here to hold them on the right side. But this is fucking crazy right now. Absolutely insane. They have really put us in a shitty situation. We're pulling back all over the place. This is crazy. It's like we can't hold them back. This is absolutely insane. Our platoon HQs and everything is just getting pinned by the sheer amount of firepower that the Americans are feeling right now. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I didn't expect them to go this hard on us, which is obviously good for them. Deploy these MG teams while we're at it. Make sure everyone's ready for a fight. Get these mortars deployed. These guys are ready to fight. Deploy the weapons around here. So we'll be able to hold them if they try and get across this railroad. But I'm not sure how well we're going to be in this situation. We got a lot of troops on this side. We could try and assault over, because it feels like they're focusing the troops into the center here of the town, which means that they're going to leave this side kind of open. I've got no idea how to put this, but the first squad here, which has taken a lot of casualties, I'm going to try and send them down already anyway, and see what kind of resistance they're going to be facing. Yeah, they're getting shot at from all directions. That's a no-go. Yeah, they're in the buildings. They've occupied this entire side. We'll have to trust our platoons here in the town center to hold this right side efficiently. Gun down as many as possible. I feel slightly outnumbered. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I feel a little outnumbered. Our MG teams back here are starting to open up, which is really good. Good thing we have MG teams back here. I believe we have more as well. Got one back here that's going to be easily available to cover the right side. We've got two down here on the left side as well in case they decide to come over this way. So overall, we're in a pretty good seat back here, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to give us a victory this time around, because we do need the town center VP as well. And feels like we kind of let it go, although we didn't let it go. We were kind of pushed out of it. But it feels a little sour to be pushed out like this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Just going to try and get in these buildings, and we're going to try and hold them properly. Got a platoon HQ here that we need to pull back out of the danger zone. I mean, they have so many guys. Like, they're setting up mortars and everything back here on our side. This is insane. They are literally swarming us. They're on a nasty assault right now. I wonder if we can bring our MG team up just slightly closer. Okay, what if you go slow, if you crawl up? That would be the best way to handle this right now. I'm going to try and push them out, so we're going to have the reserves assault the railroad, essentially, and try and knock him out that way. Just get a good position on the enemy and lock it down. We're going to do what they're doing to us, which is essentially putting as much fire as they are on us, and obviously in return suppressing them as they have been doing to us. Before I speak too much, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. We're putting up a lot of guys here on the railroad. It's a whole nother continent. So we are putting a lot of returning fire on the enemy right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see these guys turn their back and run. Yeah. Just a little too much right now, guys. It's just a little too much. We have entire squads gone down here. They were the ones trying to hold this path. But we are putting a lot of suppressive fire on the Americans as well, so it's not all too grim right now. As long as we hold firm, we should be able to hold this place fairly well. But you also have to think about the victory point in question that we are indeed here to actually secure and hold. Okay, so these guys all belong to the same platoon. I'm going to try and do a little platoon rush here on the left side. I believe this is the No. That is not the HQ either. I think they've lost their HQ. Yeah, they have. So the platoon HQ is down. And right now we're just really trying to hold this bit. Quite crazy to think about it, but we have taken casualties all over the place. We've been pushed out of the center that we held so firmly just a couple of minutes ago, right here. Absolutely insane. And I feel a little helpless in a way. I'm thinking and asking myself, how are we possibly going to turn this? How am I possibly going to push out the Americans, the overwhelming American force out of this position? It's quite crazy, to be honest. So this assault was a no-go. That did not work out as intended. They put us in a full-blown retreat. Nothing we can do about that. We have our MGs set up here. So we can definitely hold and defend the right side of the railway or the railroad, but it won't give us a victory. And obviously we want a victory here, not a defeat. God, shit. It's like they've completely locked us out. We would need some serious artillery support or something like that to turn this around, but fortunately we're not packing any of that. They're getting real close right now. Our MG teams at the back here are going to get busy very soon. Some of them are a little suppressed though, so not sure how they feel about that. Let's give them some strengthening morale support here by setting up this badass battalion right here, battalion major or lieutenant colonel, I believe it's the major. Back on the gun, lads. Back on the gun, lads. Right, it feels like we have... We're still holding quite firm. It's just taking a lot of casualties. They are... I feel that I'm missing out on any real combat efficient units right now. Like, everything that I have has been taken away from me right now. They've literally killed so many troops right now. It's like it's hard for me to find a unit that is fairly unscathed. Like, some of these guys here in the center are okay, and obviously some of these battalion reinforcements here are pretty okay too. But in general, it's just fucking crazy. They've put so much fire on us. I'm not sure what to do. Like we're gonna have to try and assault up or something, you know, like just try and push it. Like, we're taking so many casualties. Like, we either die, we either save men and lose, or we lose men winning. I mean, we're trying to win at least. That guy just got fucked. We really got to try and go for it. Oh, come on, guys. Now they're pinned. Yeah, assaulting like that in the open, obviously not a good idea. But if we can push the Americans out from the side, if they're in that building, fine. Okay, let's see if we can knock him out from the source, instead of trying to face the source from a different direction. So we'll try and assault once we've sent these two teams up here to do some damage. Yeah, there they are. They know we're coming. They know we're coming. This is fucking crazy, guys. This is seriously fucking nuts. They're literally coming across everywhere. They've got troops all over the town right now. Left, right, and center. There are no safe flanks right now. That is for sure. This is somewhat insane. I'm not sure how to like respond to this. I feel outnumbered, and I think we'll come to a conclusion that I have been outnumbered throughout this entire game. But it'll be interesting to see anyway what kind of end result we're going to be achieving here. And they got a senior officer up here doing work as well. You motherfucker! There's got to be a weak point in their assault, though. There's got to be one side that is weak, and we've got troops just surrendering all over the place. This is shameful and disastrous for the Kriegsmarine ground forces. We have deployed MG teams all over the side, though, so, I mean, if they want to try and cross, it's not going to be good for them. These guys are rattled, but they'll be fine. So we got this entire area locked off with MG teams. We even have some mortars back here, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough to bring this to a victory on our side here. This is insane right now. Okay, we are at least knocking them out of their buildings right here. There's some close quarter fighting going on right now. Sort of indecisive in many ways. But at least we're doing something. We're trying. We're moving on from building to building, taking casualties. It's just something we got to do here to try and get somewhere. These two teams have taken a lot of casualties. We're just gonna have to try and move them up, get them somewhere. If we can bring them into the sort of the small deficit here, the flooded deficit, then these jalapeno cheese poppers, I swear I can't speak. If we can get them in there, then we should be fine. We can at least get a flanking position there on the enemy. And right now, as I said, my plan kind of worked over here. We're kind of heading... We're attacking the source, throwing nades at them and all kinds of shit. So they're not really in a position to suppress the troops that I have running across there. So this game is so beautiful because it works in logic. It works with logic. Like, knock them out of their suppressive position, and we'll be fine. We're going to be able to cross over perfectly fine. And I know, I mean, it's in a logical sense, it should apply to any situation in any game, but executed so well here. where you're sort of thinking, stopping up, holding up, thinking about the situation and what you can do to improve your own situation, really kind of pays off. So you make a conclusion where, okay, we're getting pinned crossing this open here. Where is the fire coming from? That house. Okay, let's send 2 teams up there, put them on the run, or at least just kind of get their attention for just a minute or 2, and we'll be fine. And right now we are actually getting things done here on the right side. We're actually really pushing up. It feels like they've put too much focus here on the center and left. They've got gun teams and everything, dude. And there are explosions and there are everything, but we are moving up. We are assaulting. This is the last left. This is the last guy here for the 3rd squad. He saw his rest of the squad die up here as they pushed up earlier on in this battle, and now he's the last squad member alive here, fighting for the memory of his own comrades. And now we got this situation locked down here as well. Let's occupy these buildings. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Right, so we're actually getting some troops up and going. This is really, really good. This is really a step in the right direction for turning this battle around. Gotta take small steps at a time here. Let's bring up the company HQ. Let's show these men that the commanders and leaders of our fighting force is with us on our side. That we still think about them. We haven't forgotten about them, and that we are still sending troops up here to reinforce them. So we're getting things done on this side. Let's talk about it. We've got an MG team here, or at least an MG gunner. He's the last of his team, and he's doing his job. He's just suppressing the enemy really nicely. And as you can tell, he's not getting suppressed either. So he's nervous, but he's got this under his control. They've really pushed up here far into the center. But we're bloody well holding this. Yeah, they're going to try and take the railroad station, which they kind of have, the train station, should I say. Man, what's up with my vocabulary at times? It just drops completely. But we are still holding this place down here as well. We really have no reserves left at our disposal. We have some heavily combat wounded troops here, but together they will form a small combat force that should be adequate enough to kind of take the left flank here. I'm gonna send this mortar up and deploy it right there. I'm gonna do the same with this MG team, deploy it right up here, and the same with this MG team, deploy this thing right up here, closer to the enemy, right in their faces. And while we're doing so, we're gonna need a platoon on this right side here to just push up and try and get some attention here. So we're sending up a lot of squads up here now to kind of assault in the center. I think we have a gap in their hold here that we can really utilize nicely. We also need to try and move ourselves up into these buildings here. We're broken, so these guys have surrendered. That is a no-go. Yeah, they gunned it. Pretty much gunned an entire squad down here. That's not going to work advancing up there at all, fortunately. But what we can do is arrive into these buildings here on this side from the other side. There should be an entry on both sides of these buildings, so we're going to cross over into the open street and we're going to get it done. We're going to get into these buildings here as well, and we're just going to clear our way from left to right. Okay, look, we took this flank here almost entirely, which is just sick. This is really good stuff. Now we just need to bring more of the guys up here. That building's like knocked out. Nothing we can be inside of, right? Roger that. Send more of these squads up here. We've got a lot of troops up here, so let's just really try and put them to good use. They got a lot of dudes back here as well. No doubt about it. But they're kind of cornered. I think I'd be a little worried because we've got kind of an arc on them here, and we really have changed the battlefield around now. As you can tell, we really have secured the majority of the side. So it's lovely to see how battles like this really just progress. And it's just absolutely amazing. All right, let's grab these two teams. Let's have them assault up here. Let's have these guys deploy their mortar up here as well. Some of these Yankees are pulling back. Look, they've got a whole fucking gun team up here. This is crazy. Look, they're occupying the balcony here as well. That's really cool. Some really cool stuff. Right, mortar team. I would ask you to deploy, but I can tell you're a little bit under the weather, so I won't ask too much of you. How did this assault go? Are we getting across? I don't know. It's a little shaky. I don't think we're getting too many things done over here on the side right now. We're mainly just retreating. We're a little bit uncomfortable up there. So yeah, that assault was not a go. But we're gonna try and hold the position that we have achieved. We have kind of knocked out the American resistance around here. We're at least going from house to house, clearing it out, which is really nice. And this is really good stuff. Let's see where we can go with this. We're holding this street corner. I know there are troops back around here by the riverbank anyway, so not much we can do about that, but we can try. I'm gonna try to get to the rest of a squad up here that is currently surrendered. If we can bring some guys in here and yeah, maybe they'll pick up their guns again and fight with us. I'm sure they would. Things are kind of coming to a bit of a stalemate over here. But we are still pushing up. We gotta keep trying. It's clear that they have a lot of troops still covering this flank. They're just not as visible as they used to be. I think they kind of dug themselves in a bit. Gone into more of a covering position. Yeah. We lost everyone trying to get into this building. That's unfortunate. Pretty sure the US Army is going to win this. Minor victory. Could be a total victory. I'm not sure. But they're definitely going to win with the VP points fairly soon. If I'm not too wrong. Alright guys, I decided to cut that video a bit short. Not a lot of things happened during the remaining 20 or so minutes of the battle. There was sort of a stalemate between me and the enemy. So here you go, here is the after action report. Here are the numbers that you are probably interested in seeing. At least I was. As you can tell, there was just well, we took a lot more casualties than they did, but score-wise, it was fairly even. So we managed to get out of the battle with a minor defeat, which I'm fairly happy with, seeing as the numbers were fairly different. But that aside, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys soon again. Bye.